We've reached the last of these of our little chats. There'll be more example videos to come yet, so you'll still hear my voice, but this is the last of these explanation videos where you'll see my face. So I hope they've been useful, engaging, interesting, occasionally amusing, sometimes groan-inducing, but that you do feel more confident and comfortable to teach physics, that you really feel as though you do have a handle on the content and that you're ready to obviously go out and keep developing and learning your own understanding. So a little bit on radioactivity and elements. This also treads on the toes of chemistry a little bit, but we're interested in the nucleus, whereas the chemists are interested in the electrons. That's actually one way of distinguishing between the two. When it comes to atoms, physics is much more concerned with what happens right down in the nucleus. So in terms of radiation, the Curies, Marie actually was Polish and her original name was Skłodowska, and Pierre was French, and they married. They both worked on discovering radium and polonium. Polonium is named for Poland, Marie's home country. And they worked with Henri Becquerel as well, and Becquerel discovered radiation. This is one of those stories that may be a little bit apocryphal, but the notion was that he had a sample of radium and put it in his drawer, just wrapped up with some photographic film, and discovered later that the photographic film was fogged because the radiation had exposed the photo even though no light had gone near it. But certainly Becquerel discovered that these rays, that these elements were emitting some kind of ray that wasn't visible. So discovered radiation. The Curies didn't really know much about radiation when they were doing the work. Marie ended up dying of radiation poisoning and various ill effects of radiation. Pierre didn't, because he slipped and fell on a wet street in Paris and was run over by a horse-drawn cart. So the universe will get you one way or the other, but Marie was exposed to a huge amount of radiation, because the way that they actually isolated radium was to get several tons of pitch blende, which is an ore containing this radioactive material, and then in the laboratory successively reduce it down until you had the pure element. So they spent a lot of time around radioactive elements, not taking precautions on wearing lead aprons and big suits and so on like we would these days. Becquerel and the Curies got the 1903 Physics Nobel Prize, and then Marie later on got the 1911 Chemistry Nobel Prize as well. And there are only two people who have got Nobel Prizes in two different fields. Linus Pauling, I believe, has one in chemistry and one in medicine, and Marie Curie has one in chemistry and one in physics. So really an amazing achievement.